Imagine you are standing in a vast, infinite library, but you are only allowed to open one single book. The rest remain locked, their stories hidden in a darkness you cannot penetrate. This is not just a metaphor. This is the reality of being human. Our senses are finely tuned instruments, but they operate within an astonishingly narrow window. Our eyes, for example, are designed to perceive a tiny sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum, a band of light between 430 and 770 terahertz. Our ears catch only a fraction of the world's symphony, from the deep rumbles at 20 hertz to the high-pitched hums at 20,000 hertz. Beyond these biological borders lies what we might call the true reality, a world we are biologically blind and deaf to, a universe teeming with information our bodies simply cannot process. We walk through a world of ghosts, not because they are supernatural, but because we lack the equipment to see them. If the entire electromagnetic spectrum were a road stretching from New York to Los Angeles, the portion that we call visible light would be no longer than a single footstep. Think about that for a moment. Our entire visual world, every color, every sunrise, every face we love, is built from a sliver of reality so thin it is almost non-existent in the grand scheme of things. This means that at this very moment, your room is flooded with invisible lights and silent sounds. Gamma rays from distant stars are passing through your body, as harmlessly and as surely as a thought. Wi-Fi signals, carrying the digital lifeblood of our modern world, are weaving intricate patterns through your walls and furniture. These are not theories or abstract concepts. They are the measurable physical foundations of our universe, as real as the chair you are sitting on. But because our biological sensors are limited by design, we perceive this crowded, bustling space as empty. We mistake the limits of our perception for the limits of reality itself. Science has already given us glimpses into these hidden layers, often by studying the senses of other creatures. We know that bees navigate by seeing intricate ultraviolet maps on flowers, patterns that are completely invisible to us. Pythons don't just feel heat. They see the thermal signature of their prey, painting a picture of life in the dark. If other animals on our own planet can inhabit these hidden sensory layers, it raises a haunting, yet perfectly logical, question. What else exists just beyond our reach? Could there be more complex forms of life operating on frequencies we have yet to even imagine? Ancient traditions from across the globe have long spoken of beings that coexist with us, unseen. They are called angels and jinn, spirits and elementals entities often described as being created from smokeless fire or pure light. In the dispassionate language of modern physics, could these ancient descriptions be a primitive attempt to explain life forms existing on frequencies just outside our 770 terahertz limit? Beings whose very substance vibrates at a rate our eyes cannot capture, making them as invisible to us as radio waves. We share our space with the unknown. If the universe is as vast and varied as the electromagnetic spectrum suggests, it is statistically unlikely that we are the only intelligent observers in this room. The space is not empty. It is crowded and unseen. There may be entire civilizations, biological or purely energetic, dwelling in the hertz we cannot hear and the terahertz colors we cannot see. We are like deep-sea fish, swimming in the crushing blackness of the abyss, completely unaware of the birds flying in the sunlit sky just a few feet above the water's surface. The barrier between our worlds is not one of distance, but of frequency. We look out into the cosmos for alien life, but perhaps the most profound discovery awaits us right here, in the silent, invisible spaces between us. Our senses were designed for survival, not for total truth. They give us just enough information to navigate our environment, find food, and avoid predators, but they were never intended to grant us access to the entirety of existence. They give us just enough to live, but not enough to know everything. We walk through a crowded world, convinced we are alone, navigating by the light of a single candle in an infinite darkness. But the truth is, we are only just beginning to learn how to see. The locked books in the library are waiting, and we are finally forging the keys.